The kakapuos are unusual birds. These world's largest parrots were extremely common in their homeland, New Zealand, until several factors brought them to the brink of extinction. Now the green and yellow birds with a stocky build are in danger of extinction, so the New Zealand Department of Conservation has taken on the task of restoring the population. Currently there are 147 adult birds, each of which has been thoroughly examined. Kakapo are certainly very interesting and quirky birds, from the unusual plumage on their heads to their elaborate rituals when it comes to mating season. Here are the most interesting facts about this unique bird. Cockatoos don't actually look like parrots. Cockatoos look more like owls. They have an unusual arrangement of feathers on their heads, which look like whiskers or sideburns. The name kakapo means nocturnal parrot. These birds prefer solitary nocturnal walks. Kakapo Recovery calls this species of parrot midnight wanderers because its members like to sleep all day and fly all alone at night. These birds tend to sit in trees and rest during the day and go in search of food in the evening. They seek company only when it is time to breed. Because there are so few birds left, they all have names. The names were invented by members of the Kakapo Recovery Program. The adult birds were mostly given English names, such as Boomer, Flossie and Ruth. Those that came into the program later had mostly Maori names, such as Ra, Ruapuk, and Taitanga. Some parrots have been named after people who participate in the program to preserve them. For example, Attenborough was named after conservationist David Attenborough. Sad fact, after insemination, males abandon the females, who hatch their own chicks. The female usually lays 1 to 4 eggs. She has to leave the newborn chicks alone at night to go in search of food. Nestlings usually leave the nest about 10 weeks after they hatch from their eggs, but mothers often continue to feed them until they are 6 months old. Males do not begin breeding until they are 4 years old, and females reach this milestone at 6 years of age. Breeding does not occur annually. In most cases, kakapuos lay eggs every 2 to 4 years. According to researchers, the frequency of breeding depends on the availability of food supplies. During the breeding season, the males climb to high cliffs or hilltops, inflate like balloons, and make a loud boom sound. This boom announces to all interested females that the males are ready to mate. After 20 to 30 such sound signals, they start making ringing sounds. They are very piercing. Thanks to this sound, the female can pinpoint the location of the male with high precision so she can easily find him. This boom-jing pattern can go on for 8 hours every night for 2 to 3 months. When kakapuos communicate, they make sounds typical of parrots, but they have a more diverse vocabulary. Some of the sounds in their arsenal are similar to the roar of a donkey or the squeal of a pig. It's not the best way to defend themselves, but kakapuos will freeze when they feel threatened or frightened. Perhaps they acquired this pattern of behavior when most predators in New Zealand were represented by birds, so the freeze may have worked well. Biologist Jim Brisky of the University of Canterbury in Christchurch, New Zealand, told National Geographic that the kakapo smells like a musty violin case. Unfortunately, the distinctive smell makes it easier for predators to track down the kakapo. The kakapo are in a high weight class. Adult males, on average, weigh more than 4 kilograms and their body length is about 60 centimeters. Kakapos live an average of 58 years, some live to be 90 years old. Researchers who work with birds notice that each kakapo has its own personality. Many are curious and like to interact with people. In a BBC special, a kakapo named Sirocco gained international fame after trying to mate with the head of zoologist Mark Carwardine. The kakapo is not like other birds, they have a distinct personality, special habits and traits in their appearance. Unfortunately, the species has been subjected to extinction, so it is unknown whether scientists will be able to restore the population on a long-term basis.